Level 1. The Discovery. You're 7 years old, and you crush your best friend's hand during a handshake. His bones make a sound like dry wood snapping. You stare at your hand like it belongs to someone else. He's screaming, but you're completely still. You didn't mean to. You were just excited to see him. They rush him to the hospital. Your parents tell everyone he fell off his bike. That night, they sit across from you at the kitchen table, and they look at you differently. Not with love, but with fear. They're scared of their own son, worried you might kill them by mistake. You are not the same child you were this morning, and every single person in that kitchen knows it. You will never be an innocent child again. Level 2. Vought. You got reckless. Vought found out. You left too many clues. You saved a kid from a car in the middle of the city. Dozens of people saw you. People also saw what you did to the locker room wall when you finally lost your temper. Too many witnesses, too many phones. You attracted too much attention. Vought found you within 2 days. A man in a pearly white suit sits in your living room and tells your parents you are extraordinary. He says that you're gifted 11 times. He never once uses the words dangerous, powerful, deadly. Your parents are crying tears of joy. They think you're being offered a future, money, and fame. But what you're actually being offered is a contract. You are just 12 years old. You can't read the fine print, the legal tricks Vought uses. The choice they are offering is not really a choice. Your family has no other choice. Even with your super strength, the pen feels heavier than anything you have ever lifted. You sign. Level 3. The Lab Rat. You live in a facility now. They call it the training center. The rooms are a sterile white. The lights never change. There are no windows, no seasons, no way to tell if it's morning or the middle of the night. People come in every day wearing masks and gloves. They measure your strength, your speed, your pain threshold. A doctor with kind eyes tells you that you are extraordinary. She means it as a compliment, but to you, it sounds more like a warning. Your old name is gone now. You have a hero name, a costume, and a backstory written by a marketing team in an office. They tested 17 versions of your origin story in focus groups. The one that tested best is not true, but you have to memorize it anyway. You practice saying it to a mirror until it stops feeling like a lie. They put you in front of a camera for the first time, and a PR woman tells you to smile. The photo goes on a billboard in Times Square by Thursday. You are just 15 years old, but you have 200,000 followers by the weekend. None of them know your real name. You're starting to forget it yourself. Your old life is gone. Forever. Level 4. The 7. You joined the greatest Supe team in the world. This is everything you've dreamed of. These are the people you grew up worshiping. In the first 10 months, you save hundreds of lives together. You save people from a building on fire in Florida. You stop a bridge collapse in Ohio. You prevent an airplane from crashing in Oklahoma. You feel, for the first time since the training facility, something close to purpose. But then, you start to see the cracks. One of the 7 is an addict. One of them likes to torture people. One of them has done things that would end careers and lives if they ever surfaced. But they know that Vought will protect them because they're too valuable to expose. You look around the team and you understand what it actually is. It's not a family. It's not even a group of friends. It's a collection of liabilities that have been made too famous to fail. The 7 are a product line, and you are the newest item on the shelf. Level 5. The Cover-Up. You made a mistake. A real one. You were overconfident. Too fast. You didn't account for the building. 200 deaths. This is the kind of incident that ends your career if it surfaces. A Vought crisis manager is in the room within the hour. She is calm, competent, and terrifying. She does not ask what happened. She tells you what really happened. Within 48 hours, the story is different. You were protecting civilians. It wasn't your fault. There is footage, edited footage, that confirms all of it cleanly and completely. The public believes it. Your approval rating goes up by 4 points. You watch the video of what actually happened disappear, and you feel sick. The cold realization that Vought owns you completely hits you like a truck. You can never leave. They won't let you. You know too much. You spend days processing that your failure resulted in hundreds of deaths. Hundreds of families will spend the rest of their lives believing a false story of why their loved ones died. and you will carry your mistake on your conscience for the rest of your life. Level 6. The Puppet. Vought owns you. You are a brand, not a hero. You spend more time in marketing meetings than you do in the field. Your face is on energy drinks, on protein bars, on a line of children's action figures, with your features molded in hard plastic. There's a theme park ride, there's a fragrance. You want to quit. Life is more than being a puppet, but Vought notices. They always do. A Vought lawyer hands you something. He gives you a file with your name on it. Inside, there is everything. Every cover-up, every incident, every favor they extended, and every moment you accepted it. Cataloged, indexed, stored. The lawyer who shows it to you smiles when he does it. Not cruelly, just out of professional arrogance. This is how the relationship is. You have no free will here. You are held hostage by Vought, and you are their property. You realize that every decision you've made since you've signed has never been yours. You never had a chance. You are a superhuman who has the power to do anything he wants, but you can't even control your own life. Level 7. The Ideology. You used to act for the good of the world. You cared about the people. You remember that, but somewhere along the last few years, you changed. Now you have become something else. Faster, stronger, and more capable than the people who govern you, regulate you, or question you. People feel fragile and stupid. Civilian problems are small and irritating. You catch yourself resenting a man in a coffee shop for taking too long to order. You can see the world from space. You can hear a heartbeat from a mile away. You can end in 4 seconds what a government committee takes 4 years to vote on. You catch yourself calculating every single day how easily you could kill anyone you wanted to. This is not arrogance. This is reality. You are just superior. Level 8. The Purge. You've hated him for years, the leader of the 7, the man above you. You respected him once. You looked up to him. You wanted to be him. You thought he was the pinnacle of strength, integrity, and justice. Over the years, you realized how flawed and messed up he actually is. You swallow your hatred down so you avoid trouble. But then one day, you snap. It happens in public. The fight starts as a mild argument in a press conference, but it becomes something else. You end up in the middle of the city block with cameras everywhere. Phones out, recording. And you don't hold back. You're not capable of holding back anymore. And when it's over, he does not get up. You are standing in the wreckage of a street and a half of a building, bleeding from a cut above your eye, with the footage of your murder already being uploaded to every single platform on Earth. You're terrified. Not of the consequences from Vought, but from the public. You spent years protecting your public image at all costs, and now you've just killed the most popular superhero on Earth. There is no covering this up. You wait for the fallout. You wait for the world to turn against you. This is the end for you. Level 9. The Cult. The footage does not destroy you. It makes your fan base even stronger. The weak supporters leave. Good, you don't need those kind of followers. But the ones who stay become something different. They become zealous in a way that's crazy. They aren't just fans anymore. They would die for you. They name children after you. They make content defending you. They find the people criticizing you, and they make their lives difficult. They become a cult who supports your actions, your public statements, and even your murders. You watch them, and you feel something warm in your chest. Something that's not gratitude exactly, something more like recognition. You understand for the first time what you actually have. Not fans, not followers, a force. And you know cleanly and without ambiguity that you are becoming even more powerful than ever before. Level 10. Compound V. You find out by accident. Vought has been developing something new. A compound that manufactures stronger supes from scratch. Controllable ones. Ones with no memory of who they were before. No loyalty to anything except Vought. They're not building weapons. They're building replacements. For all the supes. For you. The rage that hits you is raw and uncontrollable. There's a hole in the wall before you even are aware that your arm is moving. You find the lab on a Tuesday. The lead scientist warns you what Compound V does at full concentration. It's killed every single test subject who took it. He says this clearly, with evidence looking directly at you. He is a brave man, but a stupid one. You kill him for doubting you and open the case anyway. What happens in the following 6 hours cannot be fully reconstructed from the security footage, because the security footage no longer exists, and neither does most of the building. What you feel on the other side is raw, unstoppable power. For the first time in a decade, you make a decision that is entirely yours. Not Vought's, not your parents', not the contract you signed when you were 12 and couldn't read the fine print. Vought wanted something they could control and use. What they built instead is something that they cannot touch now, and you will make them pay. Level 11, the throne. You go straight to Vought first, not with an army. You don't need one. You walk into the building you've worked in since you were 12 years old. You dismantle it floor by floor. You eliminate the CEO, the crisis managers, and all the executives who spent 20 years believing they owned you. Power is strong until it isn't. Once you remove the assumption that they will be respected, it has no value at all. You wipe out the entire company in 11 days. The board takes slightly longer because some of them tried to escape around the world. But you hunt them down like dogs. Then you target the government. Not all of it, just the parts that matter. The committees, the defense contracts, the legislation they were about to pass, the generals with the classified programs they ran on people like you without consent. Senators call emergency sessions. Generals make phone calls. Someone tries an airstrike. Another tries dropping a nuke on you. You watch it coming from 100 miles away, and you feel nothing except mild interest. Everyone opposing you is brutally killed, and their corpses are displayed to the public. Nobody tries anything the week after that. Level 12, the Final Purge. The remaining Supes are last. They are the only people on Earth who can physically stop you. Some of them come to you. They bend the knee to you. That surprises you. They're much smarter than you thought. They read the room correctly and realized that it was either they serve you or they die. The ones who don't come are the only people left on Earth who can make you feel something close to what you felt as a child. That terrifying, electric uncertainty. But you handle them, one by one. There is no other option. You have not come this far to be stopped by someone who thinks their strength makes them entitled to what you've earned. You tell yourself you don't enjoy it, but it's the first time you've been challenged in years. You respect them for trying. By the end, you crush them all. All that remains of them is a pile of bones. Then you visit the people who are responsible for all of this. You visit your parents. They were the ones who sold you off for money. They were the ones who were scared of their own child. They treated you like you were some sort of monster. As much as you hate them and look at them with disgust, you cannot bring yourself to end their miserable, pitiful lives. They call you by your old name, but that version of you died long ago. You have better things to do with your power now. Level 13, the God problem. Every accountability structure is gone. Every person who could stop you is dead. The ones still alive govern themselves by imagining your response and acting accordingly. You haven't issued a direct order in weeks. You don't need to. This is what total power actually looks like. Not a throne, not a speech or a flag, just a permanent silence where resistance used to be. You are standing somewhere high. Below you, impossibly small, is the world you were going to save. You remember the child at the kitchen table, the one whose parents looked at him in fear and never stopped. You remember every version of yourself that was afraid. Afraid of Vought, afraid of the government, afraid of the public. Fear was the last feeling you shared with the weak people around you. And now, that feeling is gone. You realize this entire time you fought your way to remove the fears in your life. Now, The only thing you cause for this entire planet is fear. You have become the very thing you swore to destroy.